Hey y'all, just finished my first workout in a while. I've been sidelined and just busy with work a lot recently. And what time is it? Let me see. Let me turn off my watch. Come on. Sorry, I just finished working out, so I have to turn off my Garmin watch so it doesn't record when I'm not working out. Okay, it's 10:30-ish or so. It's a Monday, halfway through the month of November, and I've been a little bit MIA in action. And some of that reasoning is I've just been so slammed with work. Work's been a little crazy lately, and my health hasn't been that good. I ended up getting COVID a couple weeks back, and then I got sick after that on top of that. Just wasn't feeling really good, and it was coming up on that time where I needed to get my annual checkup. And so I ended up, getting my blood work a couple weeks back and 2 weeks ago. And then the results came in, and not to my surprise, they were not that great. And it would explain why I've been feeling like so tired and had that brain fog and just been really drained and fatigued. Even though I've been like pushing those long hours, which has probably been like just adding up and adding to the, to my body crashing. So it was a wake-up call a bit. So my blood results came back, my blood panel that I got, and my heart's okay. They did an EKG. It's something they do after you're 40. I do have a cardiologist appointment on Friday. We're gonna do a stress test and, just to ensure that everything is good and that COVID didn't cause anything, with my heart. And so I feel okay about that. But the big takeaway was that, my blood results did tell a pretty stark narrative. And one, which is like no surprise here, I think for anybody that lives like in the Northeast, when it's like winter and there's no sun, I was extremely low of vitamin D. Like I had like 0.02 something, like virtually almost nothing of vitamin D. And that would explain why, I don't know, maybe why I tore my ACL. Could have been a contributing factor, but I just my low energy, that brain fog that I've had. So I got like 50,000 whatever units or strength of vitamin D that I'm starting once a week. I just took my first, my first pill today for it. And so hopefully what they say within a couple of weeks, you should see a difference. That was the big thing. I was really, almost like virtually no vitamin D. It's as if like I literally just was like holed up in a basement. And the other most telling thing was that I'm like everything, my sugar was fine. It's actually like more like what's it called? Pre-cholesterol, and I have a history of that in my family. So it's not in the danger zone yet, but it's like getting close. And so that could be contributing. So I don't want to go on statins if I can avoid it, because that's a lifelong thing. And then I think the most important thing was my liver. My liver's just like bad. Like I'm a mild social drinker. So at best, I drink like 3 times a year. I don't really get drunk or anything. It's just, I don't feel good. But I've had enough, fat around my liver that it's starting to cause liver damage. And the liver is not performing what it needs to be doing. It's not doing its job. And it could get to a point where it's like cirrhosis, right? And where it's like aggressive alcoholics like kind of have that. And I don't drink nowhere near. I literally I drink a beer every couple months at best. And so my liver is but it's acting like as if it's an alcoholic's liver, right? So that's not good. And I don't want to get to like liver failure or to permanent scarring. So, they gave me vitamin E as well to start taking. I have to go on a special diet. So I have an appointment tomorrow with the nutritionist to help hone in my diet a little bit better. And then just trying to get back on the workout despite still having, not fully recovered from my torn ACL. I was doing PT for a bit. I was doing great. I was making great strides in the summer, but then, work just picked up in September, and, for what was 2 hours a week, went down to one, and then completely just stopped in September because I didn't have the bandwidth. Like, I literally had to be all over the city for work, and I kind of fell off on my PT. But I recovered enough to where I could, walk, I can go upstairs, I could slightly jog for short durations, I can bend a little bit, I can slightly squat, but nowhere near like back to athletic level where I can even do a hard sprint or a hard cut or a turn, even like nowhere. I can't even squat like what I used to squat back in the day. Like, I think before I got injured, I could squat easily, like 225. Like, I'm good. I don't have to push it because I haven't been working out consistently, so I don't want to, tweak anything, but I could just do 225. I had a decent base, like an okay base. I know there's huge people that are out there that are consistent gym goers, and that's like nothing for them. But for me, that was like, okay, I had a good base. I used to do CrossFit back in the day, do the HIIT exercises. I went for consistently like 4 to 5 days a week years ago. So I have a strong base, endurance runner back in the day. But that being said, my knee is not optimal. I can't like just go on a jog and start addressing start burning that fat that quickly. So the fact that I completely almost came to a standstill at working out, 0 workouts, really kind of added to the damage to my health. And, my dad had a stroke when he was like 37, 38, and that messed him up pretty good. Messed up our whole family too. We were young. I had two sisters. He was in the hospital for like a year almost recovering. It was a pretty serious stroke. So yeah, I think I just don't want to repeat that pattern. Again, I've been healthy for almost all my life up to maybe like my mid-30s. And then my mid-30s when I like started eating red meat again, drinking probably a little bit more. I, socially, and then I just completely could let myself go. Just work started getting. I became a dad in the last couple of years, stress, no sleep. And that just started taking a bigger toll. Because when you're younger, when you're in your 20s and early 30s, losing sleep, eating bad, your metabolism will do it. You go for a jog. It's almost like a quick reset, right? Like that didn't happen. But as you get older, your body is less forgiving. It's not going to do that. I mean, I think for the average person, that is. I'm not saying if you're like a athlete or semi-pro or D-athlete, whatever, you may still have that blessed genes of recovering quick. But for most average Joes or folks that are like, the weekend warrior, your body's just not going to recover. It's going to break down. And so that was a big wake-up call for me. And so I really, wanted to start making a change back on it. Now, I have no choice. Even though work is crazy, I'm working. I have like 3 events this week where I'm going to be coming home like around 10, 11. I'm at work at 9, So I'm going to have to be really, really vigilant on my diet, squeezing in my workouts 3 to 4 times, kind of starting slow. I'm not going to be realistic and like, I'm going to work out every day and work out for 2 hours. No, get a good solid 45 minutes in of a little bit of cardio, some weightlifting, build my leg up too, because even though I've recovered like just to walk around and do normal light stuff, nothing athletic yet. Like I can do some light squats, single legs a little bit, but nothing intense or quick. I just want to ease into things. I don't want to hurt myself again and end up back in like, PT, and taking steps back. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I think that's just the big life update, health update that I wanted to share. It's like almost 11. It's the only time I can squeeze in a gym session. It'll probably be like a lot of these late evening sessions, I think, just because I need to, reactivate my metabolism, start the heart pumping again. I always say this, I've always had a good base and I built a strong foundation from just years of being like healthy and active. And you can only like ride that for so long, right? Until like you get to a point where you stop doing that kept you healthy and you just start eating whatever. You can coast on your good foundation for a little bit, but like anything else, if you don't take care of it, it's going to eventually catch up. And those foundations that have kept you healthy are going to start chipping away and breaking. And that's where I'm at now, at like 41. Like my heart rate's still okay. Like, surprisingly, because of my long endurance journey back in the day, like, my heart rate's like at 58, 59. It's like average, it's not bad. So I know, and I wear my Oura ring. I track like, my heart rate, my sleep. Not sponsored by them, but just, I'm a big fan of like just tracking my own stuff. I'm actually trying to grab my ring in my pocket. But I'm a big fan. Like I actually lost it one day and I had to go buy it again because I felt so weird not having my data with me and my sleep and it even told me when I was getting COVID. Like it knew my body temperature was going up. It said major symptoms. So I'm a big fan of Oura. It's just a lightweight option. I still have my clunky watch too, so I don't know. I'm just like a health tracker nerd. Just like the data. And obviously it's not even like making me feel that better because I think if I was on top of it, I would be able to see the trend, right? That like, hey, you're definitely getting out of shape. And I actually have the numbers. I knew when it was happening, when my VO2 went down drastically. That was your biggest like indicator of, I think, fitness. Not just health, but fitness. Like when my fitness was declining, that was the first thing to go. Within the first couple months, that thing pivoted like from, running, a 5K at like 20, 22. Back in the day, I could do it at 17 minutes. And obviously, as I got older, you taper down. But I don't even think I could do. I can't even run at that level yet now because my knee's bad, and I'm pretty sure my cardio probably couldn't even keep up. But yeah, I like just to like circle back. You have to. You could be a former athlete, and that's fine, but you just gotta keep the maintenance. It's really about keeping the maintenance and making that big lifestyle change that I just can't eat whatever and then just work it out. My body's not gonna react that way anymore. But yeah, and just drinking more water. Like I got my own little Stanley that I like. Got the little plastic thing at the bottom so it doesn't bang up. My water intake is pretty bad. I need to be doing, start hydrating more too, so. But yeah, this is just, I'm making this video just sharing with everybody that it's a struggle, it's a battle. If you're a dad, you're trying to do it all, you're just a really working professional, you have a job in the city, you're trying to do good. Nothing wrong with that, but also like you just have to hold yourself accountable too. You have to do good for yourself, do good for your family. And I say this not to like preach, I really say just to hold myself accountable, to be like, okay, I'm saying this and I need to do this. So, and also like just hopefully for those out there that struggle, it's not easy, like maybe it's like guilt, parent guilt, immigrant guilt, I don't know, but like I just can't step away like, at 7:30 after I eat dinner and just say, hey wife, I'm leaving you with the kid for like an hour and a half, have fun. And I know she wouldn't mind at all, obviously, but I just, I want to spend time with my kid. Like so much of my time is working. Like the rest of the week, from Wednesday and on, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm working late nights. I'm coming home at 11. I'm not going to see my daughter. Like I'll see her in the morning for a second when my wife takes her, when she takes her to daycare, and that's it. I'm not going to see her till Saturday, And so trying to be a good father, balancing that too, it's tough. But I've been intentional. I've been really intentional about this time around. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, right? I'm gonna try to consider joining a gym. I don't know if it'll be like a HIIT gym. I do like those HIIT gyms because there's a class, people motivate you, you go. My sister goes to one. I'm even contemplating joining her gym just so I have someone to motivate me. And obviously I cannot be doing all those workouts. Like I can't be deadlifting heavy. I can do some deadlifting. But I won't be able to do like burpees or jumps or any kind of that HIIT workout. But if I can modify it maybe and be in that space, get a break of sweat, start building the muscles, then I think, it'll motivate me to be in that space of people that are pushing themselves. I'm pushing myself. Maybe I can pick up my PT class again if time allows it. I definitely have to do that for myself. I have my nutritionist appointment tomorrow. I'm actually supposed to send her my blood results so she can look at all that stuff. But yeah, it's really just trying to hold myself accountable, take really actionable steps, and like put my money where my mouth is. Like I'm gonna stole out a membership, hold myself accountable. I don't want to, but I have to. And then, what was the other thing I was gonna do? Trying to think. I got my meal plan that I'll be working with my nutritionist. I'll be going to the gym. I want to cycle a little bit more too, so just finding time, at work or maybe a class pass to jump on a little bit and make it a little bit more interesting. I have a gym at home at my complex that I live at, so I'm fortunate in that way that while I'm here, I should have been taken advantage of and I just haven't. So I'm gonna try to do that a little bit more. Not drink at all, not even that. I'm supposed to have like 1 or 2 beers maybe, but forget that, none of that now, just because my liver is like not good. And so I don't want to exasperate that or make it work harder than it should. But yeah, that's just the big update on health, trying to get back on track. And hopefully by January, February, I think that's some January. Yeah, January, February, they're gonna do another blood test and see if I've made those changes. Honestly, like a year and a half ago when I got my blood work, I didn't make those changes and I knew where I was headed. And I'm kind of disappointed I didn't react fast enough. I tried, my ACL I did tear it, and that kind of threw a monkey wrench in the whole thing. But I could have been more intentional about like eating or doing something else in the meantime. But yeah, I think, this is all a learning lesson. I'm trying to be better. And just wanted to share with people out there that you're struggling. It's not easy, it's not fun. I don't want to talk too much and bore everybody, but yeah, that's it. A little more sleep, a little more getting healthier. They offered me a GLP-1, just throwing that out there too. It's like the latest fad now. I don't know about the long-term use. It could, I suppose, to suppress your appetite. But to be quite honest, like I don't even eat that much. I just eat badly, and probably a lot in one sitting, and that's it. But again, that's not good. But I'm like supposedly it's supposed to suppress your appetite even more. So I don't know how that works healthy or not, but we'll see. The cool thing is too, though, I went to this boutique health center where I got my blood work in Jersey, and I won't drop their name yet. I just don't want to. I got a good vibe. I went there, no wait. Like they literally saw me the next day, did my blood work, offered if I wanted vision, whatever, anything. They're like, we got it right on the spot. I told them about that I was having a little bit of like heart palpitations, probably because of post-COVID. Your heart rate's always elevated for a couple of weeks after, and they're like, you know what, you're at 40, you had a history in your family. Let's just get you to the cardiologist. Cardiologist was literally across the hallway. So they just set me up, got an appointment, and I think it's a boutique health center. So the catch is, it's not a catch, but I think it's like, you do pay $200 a year for like the service or the membership. And then you do have like an app where you can just message the doctor right away. He'll respond back to you. You set up a virtual appointment or an in-person. The office is really nice, really like comprehensive. So I got a good vibe. I think I might have to go again one more time to get evaluated, but I have like a 1-month trial. So I did get really a good feeling about it. They really were focused on me. They gave me the attention. And I'd say like, obviously it's a privilege. Like, my insurance obviously covers some of it. The other I pay out of pocket. So in some sense, I acknowledge there's privilege behind that and not everyone can get that. But I think for me, like I'm a little bit turned off by like just the day-to-day, like, urgent cares and stuff, that sometimes they miss things and it's not always what it should be. And I just don't have the patience. Like, I want to get my issue fixed and addressed and, be on it as soon as possible. So I'm gonna continue with this. I think I have a couple more weeks. I have one more appointment. So I'll see if, this boutique medical place is able to help me, So if anything comes up, I could just go. And it basically just makes the access a lot easier versus like, oh, we can't see you. You got to come in, a month from now. But yeah, we'll see. That's one of the big things. I'm kind of experimenting, seeing if that's a better health place, and kind of been wanting to find a general practitioner for a while. I haven't. So if I can stick with this guy, hopefully he can know me. And I think that's one of the reasons why some of my things have been overlooked in my health and my results, because I've been going to different doctors year to year, and that's not always good. You know, you want to have some consistency with a doctor so that they can see your trends and learn about your health a little bit better, know you a little bit better. So yeah, but I got a good vibe from this place, and I'll probably do another vlog maybe when I'm there at my checkup or post, just to share what it was like. But yeah, just giving in that this health vlog update. You know, life is moving along. It's the holiday season. People are stressing. We need a little bit of rest. I might do a spa like once in a while too, just to take care of myself. I really do need to invest back into myself. As much time and energy I put into work and into all these other things, I really do need to reset. Like you can see, like I'm like inflamed. I'm like bloated. My skin isn't great. I'm not hydrating enough. So, you know, it's scary how I think sometimes we're like in this capitalist America where we're just trying to, you know, climb that ladder and survive, and if you're able to, like, you know, get to the top, and whatever that means to you, whether it's financially, family, or whatever, or status, or security, we forego our health, and which is by far the most richest thing you could ever have. Your health it's invaluable. There's no amount of money you could really put to try to be healthy. And so I hear you all. I'm with you. You know, I struggle with you as well. But join me on this journey. I'll do my best to try to be more consistent. And hopefully, you know, we can learn about this process together and, you know, inspire each other. Yeah, share any thoughts, any feedback. Just trying to build community, something I miss, you know, in doing. But yeah, one of the many vlogs that'll be coming up about my health and my recovery starting today. I'm not gonna be doing every day, but I think just key updates moving along. And just a big thank you to everybody out there and my family and friends that kind of encouraged me to get my ass back out there and get back to my fitness journey and trying to feel positive. Maybe in the summer, I can start jogging. I know I can't play soccer anymore. I don't want to risk it, but even if I can just juggle the ball, play with myself, you know, run around, kick a little bit, I'm okay with that. And running and jogging, hiking a little bit, that'd be nice to get back into, because I do miss exploring the mountains, and would love to take my daughter out into the outdoors and share that space with her. And then, you know, when summer kicks, maybe we can start kicking around. But everybody, thank you so much. Thank you all for your support, your kindness, and for continuing to be a supporter. Thank you all. Take it easy.